Welcome to the engine room. Today we're looking at a lawn tractor cart. This one's made by Precision Fit. This was gifted to me a few years ago and I've just had it in storage. It is a 2016 model, or at least it was shipped in 2016. This Precision Fit brand doesn't really exist anymore, but when you put the model number in Google, it comes up as a couple different carts with the same specs. So I'm convinced that they're all made in the same factory anyways, but they run around $299. Sometimes they're on sale for like $250. I have a few others at another location, but my wheelbarrow just failed. I just fixed that 12-horse Sears mower, which there's a whole video on the whole refresh. I went through the whole thing and figured this would be the perfect time to get this thing built and put it to some good use. So I'm going to do a little unboxing here and build it. They should be all the same. I mean, generally speaking, everyone that I've seen Craftsman ones. I've seen some labeled Troy-Bilt. I think they just changed the labeling, to be perfectly honest. They're all about the same size. They have the same wheels. The tongue is just as weak on all of them, but I've put a ton of weight in them and they hold. So I'm going to get to unboxing this and do a quick build video. So it had a couple of bands wrapped around it. I cut those already a while back because I was looking at the inside. So pull this apart. I mean, it's 2025 now, so we're going on 10 years old in the box, brand new. Got our wheels, basic turf tires. Looks like they are tubed, so they have tubes, which is quite nice. I don't know. Everybody's got opinions on tubed tires, but for this kind of stuff, it's good. So, fresh set of tires, brand spanking new. Original instructions. We'll see if we even need those. This box here. It's like hardware, maybe. Oh boy. Yeah. It's like some brackets. Maybe that's for, I think these are for the back tailgate. This looks like the coupler bracket for the tongue. Some plastic angle brackets. That's interesting. Maybe a release. And nothing else in there. So we'll toss that. There's your long part. So there's the tongue. Made in China. As is everything. Front support. We got panel. Just put these to the side for now. Oh boy. And there's all the hardware. That's fun. I mean, at least it's all here after 10 years of sitting in the box. Definitely a little bit of discoloration. I mean, they're all nylock, which is cool. I don't even want to know what this thing's for. I think it's for the spring to pull it. I don't know. We'll figure it out, but that's kind of nice. That's the only thing that I was worried about, was not having all the hardware or some package being broken and having to piece it together, but that's sweet. Looks like another floor. I guess a wall. I don't know. Yep, that's a side. Garbage. Oh, there's an axle. Got an axle. Tailgate. A little thin, but it's fine. This looks like structure for the tailgate, maybe? Another sidewall. Maybe that's the tailgate? Oh no, that looks like a front. Maybe that's the front. I don't know. I'm guessing. I'm just making it up as I go. And these are the brackets for the underside. So looks like this is the main support for the bottom. So I believe something like that. And the axle holds everything together. Pretty cool design on these. As I said, they're all pretty similar. One person came up with the design and it looks like everybody copied it. But if it's simple and it works, Don't go changing it. So this is the underside of the whole unit. I believe that this is the front with the tab, and then the back side has nothing because that's going to get the ridge and the structure for the tailgate. So just following this, basically it all just gets bolted together. I'm a big proponent of not needing the directions, but with this kind of stuff, and there's a million parts, follow the directions. One general tip with any of this is like step by step. Don't put one in and then tighten it up. Put them all in, make sure everything's started, and then you can go around and tighten them up. Because the minute you start tightening up one, the other one won't go in, and then you'll be fighting yourself. At least along one axis. Like I'm gonna get all 4 of these in, and then I'll tighten them up, and I'll move on to the next axis. Because these won't affect anything else in terms of tightening too early. Alright, floor and walls are together. These ones towards the front are left out. It's in the instructions, read the instructions. Basically this floor is bolted together, it's bolted to the sides. We did 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts underneath, 3 on either side. This one's left open because it's got to accept the front, I believe. So we'll put that all together. I think it slides down in there, but one step at a time. So this is the reinforcement of the back. That's gonna go there, like that. Lines up with all the holes for the most part. These are the slides for the tailgate. So those will go in just like that. Right on the top. Everything gets bolted together. So it's this, the reinforcer for the rear, and then the actual wall. So everything gets bolted together. With the same hardware that we've been using. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 bolts. 2 on the sides, 3 on each base. Back side, just make sure I'm not missing anything. There's our front. It says we have not deviated, so haven't changed the hardware. Everything is these M6 by 12 bolts with 6mm nylock hex nuts, no washers. So use 10 in the first step, putting the whole base together on the sides. Use another 10 nuts and washers for the back side. And then this next step is all the same hardware, which is awesome. It's super simple. So I'm gonna put that all together now. Looks like it goes inside. So that's why they left these out at the top. So this actually slides in there like that. And then this one slides here like this. All bolted together, which is cute. I'm going to start by putting hardware in the top, just to make it so it holds it for me. I'll probably get all this started and then put the rest together. Okay, the whole box put together. This that way I can reach the nuts from the bottom, screws from the top. And it looks like it's these big guys, but we're gonna find out. So still number 2 Phillips is fine, but definitely different size head. So everything up to this point has been 10 millimeter and Phillips. Now it's going up to 13 millimeter. And I need a 3/8 drive. 3/8 drive. These are pretty straightforward. So in theory, these can go either way, but you don't want the nut and a stud up inside, so head on the inside, down on the bottom. All right, front one's lined up. I'm gonna get everything together and loose just to make sure that all this lines up, and then I'll tighten them up afterwards, or at least I'll snug them. Okay, so those are loose, put together pretty well. I'm gonna drop the axis in temporarily, just to make sure that everything lines up. So axle's in, now I'm gonna snug all 8 of these up and down, just because if I don't, something's gonna be off of alignment and weird. At least this, I can pull the axle back out, it'll always come back to where it was. Axle mounts are in. All right, so that was that step. Now it's this mount, and it actually says this way towards tractor. So that's the front, this is the front of the trailer. That guy goes in. This drops into this tongue, and then it has a mechanism for the latch for the dump. So I put that in next. So similar configuration. There's actually 4 more bolts for this, so same ones as the base. As I said, depending on the year and the model and everything else, this could change, but they're all pretty similar from what I've seen. Or at least have the same general construction. Especially with this, because it's a V and it can move in different directions, and it's a weird there's different axes of movement. I'm just going to get everything started, and then I'll tighten them up at the end, or at least once this step is complete. It's all in. Okay, trailer's pretty much put together. Next is the tongue. The lower hole is for the bolt. This goes through. That's a nut. That's interesting. Center of the slot. And then this gets a spring goes in there. And then this guy goes like that. Not bad. Pretty cool. There's the latch. Pretty cool. So this guy goes underneath and then over. That's the bolt right there. That's your tongue body. So through the slot, over the top, and down. That gets the locking pin, what's next to the tractor. So there's our pin. And it's got a hitch pin that goes along with it. Goes through. There's the tongue. lever and everything else. So that is all built. All right, now the tongue can go in. This one's pretty neat. It's got a bolt that goes through the tongue and the axle. Put this over the top like that. And then we're going to slide it through. I'm going to find where that bolt hole lines up, and there's a bolt that goes in there. Beautiful. So that keeps it centered. Got a pair of cotter pins and 4 washers, 2 on each side. So these get a washer on the inside, a wheel, washer on the outside, and a cotter pin. Washer. Washer and a cotter pin. That's the finished product. All put together, wheels are filled. Got the tailgate in. Tailgate just drops in these slots right here. So pretty simple. That's basically all there is. That's all there is to it. The dump is nice. It's got this arm, so you can just dump and then bring it back down, lock it in, and that's where it connects to the tractor. So light duty, but 10 cubic foot, good for moving things around, dirt, firewood, whatever else. So like a big wheelbarrow, but that's about it.